2016 is over, and it's about time for me to unleash my list of top 5 movies of 2016. Now, before I continue on with this video, let me just admit to all of you guys that 2016 was one hectic year. All because of these things.
Very special person who believed me, and I'd read reports that I wasn't getting along with him. I never had a bad...
Has been happening across the country. Creepy clowns have been hanging out in random parts of town.
Creepy clown sightings.
There have been 4 in the last 3 days. New developments tonight in the creepy clown craze. Reports keep coming in.
I know you've surely heard about a few of them, but they are causing some new concerns here in North Texas.
Now they're threatening schools on Long Island.
Across the country, we've seen this trend. We have about 20 states involved in clown threats.
We're seeing cases in the U.S., like several states, and we're...
Although 2016 was an emotional roller coaster for everyone, I tried to make the most of it by doing something that I enjoyed doing for a really long time, and that is going to the movies. And I love me some popcorn. Number 5 on my list goes to Deadpool. This movie was not for kids. It had a lot of violence, sex jokes, bad language, but overall it was so good. And if anybody hasn't seen it at least 5 times, they're crazy. I give this movie a 25.5 out of 10, and everybody needs to go see this movie. Number 4 on my list goes to Doctor Strange. The visuals at the beginning were so good, but then it got decent again until it got to this part. This movie was like one strange roller coaster ride, and it was probably one of the best times I've ever had in a theater in my entire life. It was probably due to the fact that I saw this movie in IMAX 3D, and that blew my mind. This movie was like The Matrix meets Inception meets that one time that I was so thirsty that I went to my parents' bathroom and I got a sip of their water from their sink, and then I didn't realize some of the water got into my eyes, and then I went back to my room and I started seeing this. Number 3 on my list goes to Captain America Civil War. You're probably used to all the superheroes battling their enemies by now, but you're probably not used to them all battling each other in the same movie. You know what? That airport fight scene was probably one of the best fight scenes, or probably one of the best scenes I've ever seen in my entire life. The whole entire scene alone was so good and so cool at the same time. Like, oh man, when Spider-Man first came into the scene, and oh man, when all those heroes started running towards each other and started beating the living mess out of each other, and oh man, when Ant-Man grew into a giant man and grabbed that robot by his legs, and oh man, when Spider-Man wrapped around Ant-Man like in Star Wars, and oh man, that one last fight scene. I mean, that one fight scene at the end was still kind of good, but the scene at the airport was probably the best scene in the entire movie. I mean, I give that scene like a 4 out of 5, but the airport scene was so good. And everybody should fast forward. Number 2 on my list goes to Suicide Squad.
Got some better, sir?
These aren't your ordinary heroes. They're just bad guys trying to save the world. A lot of people said that the movie wasn't that good, I mean, a lot of people said it wasn't as good as I said it was, but it was so good. And especially the new Joker. Oh, man. I think that guy was probably the best Joker And number Rogue One, a Star Wars story, goes to Rogue One, a Star Wars story. When I first saw this movie, I didn't know whether or not it was going to be as good or even better than Episode 7. But honestly, I thought it was a little bit better. Or actually, no, I think this one was about the same as Episode 7 in terms of greatness. This movie was so good and was probably one of the best Star Warses that I've seen. The best thing about it was the fact that they brought back Darth Vader. And, oh man, I think everybody should go see this movie if they get a chance. Well, guys, that's my list of top 5 films of 2016. I hope you enjoyed it. And anyway, guys, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and tell me your favorite films from the previous year in the comment section. Peace out.